Hey guys, welcome to the channel if you're new. Welcome back if you're a subscriber. Special thanks to all of my patrons. My name's Neil and it's time for another episode of The Leftovers. Let me tell you guys, I just finished watching episode 3. Fascinating episode, all about Matt, the reverend, the minister, and his pretty tragic story. And I'm sitting here ready to watch the next episode, and I've got them all pulled up on my streaming service here, and I am distracted by the names, the titles of these episodes. I'm looking at the titles for the first 4 right now. I'm not looking any further. I don't want to spoil myself, but I'm not sure with these sorts of titles that I could spoil myself. But they're interesting. Obviously, the first episode, pilot, that's fine. Episode 2 is called Penguin 1, Us 0. Now, I know there was an inflatable penguin in the therapist's office in that episode, but otherwise, no reference that I can think of to that title. So it's interesting. Now, episode 3 is called 2 Boats and a Helicopter, and it didn't click with me at the start of the episode what that might mean. And my immediate thought at the end of the episode was maybe that was some sort of gambling term for the amount of money that Matt ended up winning. Like, maybe that rack of trays is nicknamed, that rack of chips is nicknamed a boat or something. So he walked out of there with 2 boats and a helicopter, or 160 grand somehow. But then I remembered a joke. And it's about a religious man living in a town that suffers a catastrophic flood. And the entire town's flooded. And the man finds himself on the roof of his house. And he's sitting there waiting for help. And he's praying. And he knows that God will save him. He's devoutly religious. And a boat comes by and says, "Hey man, get in, we'll get you out of here." And he goes, "Don't worry, no, I'm good. God will save me." And the waters keep rising, and another boat comes by a couple hours later. "Sir, get in, we'll get you out of here. We'll take you to safety." "No, I'm good. God will save me." And the waters continue to rise, and now they're up over the level of the roof. And there's really almost nowhere left for him to stand. And a helicopter flies overhead with a ladder dangling down. "Sir, grab the ladder. We'll take you to safety." "No, I'm good. God will save me." And this deeply religious man ends up drowning. And he finds himself at the pearly gates. And ultimately he gets himself an audience with God. And he's a little bit confused and disappointed, and he says to God, "Why didn't you save me? I believe in you. I've always believed in you. Why didn't you save me?" And God says, "I sent you 2 boats and a helicopter. What more do you expect?" And so this title is a punchline to a joke. And I kind of think that's brilliant. Because if you don't know the joke, the title's means nothing. Anyway, the title of episode 4, which we're about to watch, is called BJ and the AC. And I'm not even going to guess what that stands for. Because I know what a BJ is and I know what the AC is, but how they go together, I don't know. This show likes messing with expectations. I have no idea where this is going from one episode to the next. I'm fascinated learning more about these characters. I don't know whether this is going to be an episode like the last one that's centered entirely on one character, or whether it's going to jump around throughout a bunch of our different storylines like the first 2 did. But no matter what happens, let's get into it, because I'm excited for some good storytelling, and Damon Lindelof seems to always deliver on that. So here we go, guys. Episode 4 of The Leftovers. Ooh.
And now
Oh, that's super creepy. Is this the company that makes these replicas for cremation and or burial? Or is this just a doll making company? A Forda. Okay, it's just dolls. They're good, realistic looking dolls though.
And you know, your daddy knows, and your mama, because I'm not the one.
That's for a nativity. Interesting little journey we're... Okay. We're spending some time here. And is the baby gone? Did somebody steal baby Jesus? Ah, who stole Jesus?
Do you want something to drink? Drain.
This isn't going to be a very talkative conversation.
I want to ask you a favor. Give us a little break. If you come, I'm not going to protect you.
I can smell those pens every time they write with them. There is no family. Wow. That's dark.
What the fuck does that mean?
Their silence kind of gives them some real power, doesn't it? Is it his wife's picture? Yep, I bet you it is. Yeah.
Tell the mayor to be there. I don't want any fucking pushback when I arrest these assholes. Copy that, Chief. Anything else?
Oh, it looks like somebody stole the baby from the nativity.
Am I supposed to give a shit?
No.
That's correct, Dennis.
So they want them to show up at this community service thing. That's his son. Yeah, that phone's trashed. What are Tommy and Christine up to? Last we saw, their car didn't even start. Hostel? Are there hostels in Amarillo?
He'll call.
It's been 6 fucking weeks, Christine.
Yeah, this is your room.
Oh, jeez.
Why are you in my dream? You walk over the dead.
Hey, step the fuck back, man.
They're red and white. Hey, you walk
Whoa,
over
whoa,
the
whoa.
dead. They're all in white. I know what's inside you.
Was that Spanish? Translate, please.
When's the last time you talked to him?
A couple months ago?
Still in San Francisco, right?
I don't know. Jesus died.
Hey, speaking of Jesus, just vanished from the manger.
Didn't vanish. It got stolen.
So does that mean it's the police's responsibility to get it back?
They're just gonna replace it.
That's cheating. You can't just get a new one. It's sacred.
It's a doll.
Jill, did you steal the baby Jesus? Enjoying my sandwich?
As soon as they come on the school grounds, we move. Miranda, zip cuffs.
AFORDA, baby boy, 20 inches.
The guy was
The white
almost
one.
still.
Did you know somebody stole the baby Jesus?
Yeah.
Get the fucking baby. Open the box, strip it naked, scruff it up. You can say you found it in a ditch.
He's actually freaking doing it. Well, it's too busy. Too busy. Someone. There's witnesses. Looks like it. Make sure you take it out of the jumper, though. No, he's not going to do it.
Somebody stole it, now we're gonna get it back. The dance is still the priority, but I would like to stop dealing with the goddamn baby fucking Jesus.
What happened to his... No brakes? What? No, he just lost power? That was weird. No, you took baby Jesus' name in vain. What is going on in this show? What's this show about?
It isn't my fault he attacked me.
It is because you can't tell strangers that you're pregnant with Wayne's baby.
I didn't tell him. It was in his dream.
This will be a little cold.
I know what's inside you.
You want to tell me what happened?
A guy attacked her.
A guy?
I had to hit him to get him off of her.
Yeah. Cops are gonna get called.
Get up, come on, let's go.
Say it wasn't my fault.
It isn't your fucking fault, come on! Don't tell them anything.
What's his plan here? He's just leaving her? That seems, these guys rocking in their Prius. Is that the dog killer? Why is he driving the pickup now?
You hang out with my daughter, right? You, Garvey?
Yeah, sure.
And she's still a baby out of the nativity scene?
What?
That baby is returned to me, no questions will be asked. Understood.
Dude, do not Instagram that.
This is just the night before?
You're gonna get busted, Jill. Your dad already knows you took it.
Did you tell him
I took it?
No. But he knows.
We're bringing him back, right?
I hope that hurts.
What?
Shit.
Your dad's obviously looking for it, and he has enough shit on his plate, you know?
Flaming arrow tort. This is a Viking burial for baby Jesus. Oh, what's going on? No. Oh. Wait. I thought we were in Amarillo. Nothing. There's nothing that matters.
Clever. You want me to trust you? You want me to give my life for that girl? You have to let me know why. Fuck you.
Oh! Just like that.
Wayne?
Have you lost someone?
What?
Even now,
Junk
after
mail.
all this time, we're still
Spam call.
still looking if you or anyone you know has suffered loss as a result of sudden departure. Please hold for a loved one's representative.
Oh, you're fucking good, Wayne.
He'll still be there. Yeah. Well, he's driving the pickup because the power went out in his car. Why'd the power go out in his car? Am I reading too much into all of this, guys? Oh.
Did you want a coffee?
No, thank you.
What's going on?
Kevin, I can't say this to you, but I won't just slip it under the door and run away. You deserve to look at me when it is said.
Uh-oh.
You fixed another man's mess, my mess. You raised Tom as if he were your own, and you loved him even when he wouldn't let you. I tried to fix myself. I tried for you, and for Tom, and for Jill. But I think I'm supposed to stay broken. Maybe we all are.
What's in that envelope, Lori?
You've always been the best shoulder to cry
Please
on,
stop talking.
but I had to stop crying.
What's in the envelope?
The world changed.
Shut the
Kevin.
fuck up!
Divorce papers? Yeah. Ouch.
No. No.
You want this over, then you fucking say it. You fucking say it. Not her. You fucking say it, Lori.
It's for you.
Whoa.
I think you should go.
I didn't know you had a daughter.
And a son. And we didn't know Tom wasn't Kevin's. No attachment, Lori. Don't forget me. Cigarette lighter. Smart.
You should keep that. I won't tell.
Wow. No way. Wow. Oh, it's heartbreaking. Oh, he got the bullseye. What's up with... I'm a target for the next round.
How'd you end up like this, kid?
I was abandoned by my father.
There's always a little truth in lies like that, isn't there?
I knew you'd come back.
I promised that I would protect you. Leave your shoes.
Oh. Tommy's bronzed baby shoes. That's a thing. Do parents still do that? They certainly did it back in the 70s. I know my parents got my baby shoes bronzed. Tommy, Tommy, Tommy. Oh. Abandoned by that father.
Why is she here?
Oh, it's complicated.
Let me know when it gets simple.
Go, drive.
Did they return the baby? Yep.
I found him.
So if Dubai is here, then Yemen is right here.
Tom, this is Tom.
How about your Tommy?
Whoa. Oh. Bodies. What on earth? What on earth?
Some sad idiot paid a fucking fortune just to bury that thing.
Loved ones. Oh, these are just the replicas. No, they're good. But they're not bodies. They're just... This is so surreal, man.
They're all in white. It's just like the dream.
Oh.
As soon as the dance is over, I am personally going to be delivering him back to the manger, so that's there's that.
Is this the woman? Oh no, it's her.
You all
Durst.
danced out?
This is my locker.
You went here?
I did.
Oh, don't remember you.
That's because you're much older than I am.
Oh.
Oh?
No, I just
realized who you were.
I just found out he cheated on me.
I cheated on my wife.
Oh.
Why?
Is there a good answer to that question?
I think I just heard it. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too. Nice to meet you.
We can't touch them.
What?
They're about 5 yards back from school property.
Well, they know the rules.
It's our word against theirs, right?
Don't do it, Kevin.
Let's go, let's go, come on.
Thanks for not letting me down. Where's everybody else?
Yeah, where are the others? Oh, they're breaking into homes. What are they doing? What's in the bags? Oh, this is creepy. With everyone just, we're stealing family photos? Oh my god. That's so creepy. You have nothing is important. We're taking all your memories. Oh my god, this is creepy. It's so messed up. Yeah, there goes Nora's photo. Brutal. Wow, that's so creepy. Going to walk back.
I heard the baby went missing. I had a spare.
Ton of religious imagery in this, from the opening credits to the statue we unveiled in the pilot. Oh, she wants that lighter. Is she gonna be able to get it? Nope. You can touch it, but you can't have it. Now what do you do with the baby? Eyes on the road. Ugh. What a pointless exercise all of that was. So a couple interesting things story-wise here that we're learning more about the nature of this particular world of the leftovers. It would appear that the Guilty Remnant, the GR, don't just operate in Mapleton. Like, we saw GR folks at the hospital in Amarillo in Texas with Tommy outside at the bus stop there. So are they presumably they're nationwide, which is interesting. Who's behind them? There's these people that paint targets on their heads to make sure that they're the next to go when the next rapture or whatever it is comes. And Tommy and Christine are pretending to be part of that community now, because apparently they can move around kind of unnoticed if they do. But Tommy took that spam phone call as a message from Wayne, and now there's trucks full of bodies that aren't bodies but are replicas so that you can burn and cremate. And they're all in white, and there's this half-naked guy from Amarillo that had a vision of Christine knowing that she was pregnant, and then he said something about them all being in white, and then the dream came true because there were all these dead people in white on the road. Tommy's got his hands full keeping Christine safe, because that girl will just sort of have a friendly conversation with any old guy, won't she? And yeah, wow. But what I really want to talk about in the aftermath of this episode is this was a recurring thing on Lost, and I think it's even more overt in this show. Lindelof clearly wants to make us ask questions about faith and religion and what we really believe without being preachy on any one side of it. He's just provoking all these questions about what we believe. And from the pilot onwards, we've had this debate between science and the church about what what caused the event, what the event was about, the why of it all, and nobody knows. So it comes down to, what do you believe? If there are no answers, where do you put your faith? Where do you put your trust and your belief if no one offers an answer, a rational answer? Or any answer at all. So it's a fascinating thought space to go into. I'm not sure it's one I'm super comfortable with as an atheist, but I like being pushed there. It does make you question things. Is there a God? Is there something greater than us that is invested in our lives at some level? And if there is, what's our responsibility or duty to that? These are obviously open-ended questions. These are not questions with pat answers necessarily, but they're very thought-provoking questions, and I have a feeling there's going to be many more of them as this series progresses. There's religious imagery all over this show, from the opening credits, which is very reminiscent of the Sistine Chapel, but with a modern spin. The baby in the statue that's revealed in the pilot is very much in that same artistic vein as the opening credits, but it's got that sort of baby Jesus feel that we just saw in the manger at the end of this episode. This whole episode was about the chief finding out that Jesus was stolen, ultimately choosing to pursue the case, like seeing that enough people were upset about it that he needed to do something about it, finding it and getting it returned to him and returning it to the community, only to find out it's unnecessary. And I'm not sure what the message is there exactly, but it's about maybe it's about a quest for God, that even if you find it, it may not be what's necessary, and then you just throw it out the car window on the drive home. I don't know. I'm spitballing here. I don't think I'm supposed to have any answers at this point. It's only 4 episodes in, but I love what's happening. There's some really interesting creative choices when they designed this cult, the GR, that really make them a fascinating antagonist in this series, and I think that's the best way to put them right now. They're serving that role, of disturbing the lives of the other leftovers, and dressing them all in white is cool. Making them chain smokers as part of the religion is an interesting choice, but I think the one choice that really makes them compelling and frustrating and difficult to deal with is the fact that they don't speak. I think that's really interesting, and it makes any scene with them and one of our regular citizens a really awkward and tense one, because we know that the person in white's not going to say anything, and yet we're getting some really interesting performances in everything. Just their facial expressions, their smirks. They're clearly trained not to, where they're in a place where they don't wear a lot of emotion on their face, and yet there is certainly emotion on their face. Lori, when she was delivering the divorce papers, there was sadness in her eyes and pain in her face while her letter was being read, and while Kevin was yelling at her in frustration. But there's also performance in how they write and things like this. It's not just what they're writing, but it's the energy that they're putting in while writing, the urgency, the aggression. It's compelling. It's compelling, and very smart storytelling to give that kind of tool to this cast, and the cast are clearly having. I mean, it's such a unique set of character traits that you're putting them that you're putting in their arsenal to use. And I like the way it's being explored so far. I'm digging the show in general, how it's being explored so far. I feel like it's interesting because the 2 separate stories, there's Tommy with Christine, and that's a very linear, objective story. He has to keep Christine safe, and they're heading east, so I feel like sooner or later they're going to end up back home. But the other story, which is Kevin's in Mapleton, feels much more there isn't an objective per se, other than trying to hold things down and maintain some semblance of a status quo and keep things from falling apart. So it's really just being the chief of police is the story, just trying to keep the GR under control and keep the town running as best as possible. 2 very different types of stories, one with a great deal of direction, and the other it's much more about it's much more almost defensive. It's just like putting up walls and trying to keep the dam from leaking, sticking your finger in whatever hole pops up next. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the series so far. What did you guys think when this first came out? What were you most excited to see? What intrigued you the most in these opening episodes? I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'm looking forward to going on this journey with all of you. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, everybody, take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.